Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Umineko When They Cry. In the last episode, things happened, and I'm gonna get into that later. But the important thing is that I'm back. I'm in a new location. I'm only gonna be recording about 5 or 6 videos today for the reason of that I have company coming, and there are some things I do want to talk about. And I think I've gotten my controls actually, figured out. So, a lot of people keep on asking me over and over, they keep on debating with me why I do not trust Angie. If you want the true answer on why I don't trust Angie, it's because Angie's in a very neutral position. I'm actually going to turn down a little bit. There we go. Angie's in a very neutral position. Now, beforehand, it was purely because she had the title Angie Beatrice, and the last time I trusted a character with the name Beatrice in her name, she kind of fucked me over. Actually, both of them did. Both Virgilia and Beatrice fucked me over. So, I don't know why I would think that Angie would be any different, but hey, you know, who the fuck knows? What do I know about learning my lessons? But the reason why I'm so unsure about Angie now is because of what Lamb Delta said. Lamb Delta, and I've actually debated this in the comments and in Discord. Lamb Delta stated that Angie really has no win condition at all. Best case scenario for her is that another Angie from another world gets to live with her brother, and this Angie just dies. She doesn't return back to her world, she just dies. Because that's what'll happen. Worst case scenario for her is that she fails and she dies. Her literal, and I mean her literal best outcome for all of this is to side with Lamb Delta. And that makes me unsure on whether or not she's going to be a long-term ally. Because as far as I know, she could just completely do a 180 and fuck me over by siding with Lamb Delta. Also, she's a witch. I don't think I need to state anything more than she's a witch. Oh, not all witches are bad. Yeah! Tell that to the last 6 who just completely shat on me. Let's see, has it been 6? Has it been 6? Virgilia, Beatrice, Birkenstell, Lamb Delta, Maria. No, it's been 5. Angie's the 6th. And like I said, I have my own reasons for not trusting Birkenstell. I've actually done quite a little realization with my theory that I never thought about until last night when I was working. And it completely puts not only Birkenstell in the wrong. Did I say Beatrice before I meant Birkenstell? Not only makes Birkenstell out to be evil, but it also makes Rika out to be evil. Speaking of Higurashi, I don't remember if I talked about this. I think I did, and I think I showed a panel, but Amakusa was in Higurashi When They Cry. He actually was the character who was being taunted by Satoko to take 10 steps. What do you mean only you remained? Oh, hi. I thought you died. I thought they died! Okay, actually, I had a long discussion about this. So that the way this whole thing is going, and this is how it's making sense. Saint Lucia, or whatever, was 2 years ago from this point in time right here. Back 2 years ago, she casted away her friends, the magic side of her, and in a very horrifying manner. Right now, she is trying to slowly but surely gain back those people. So she's trying to relearn magic and resummon all the sins. So at one point, she was able to summon all 7 sins. However, due to her anti-magic, because remember, even if she has some magic in her, she still has the blood of Kinzo. Not only that, but her brother happens to be the most anti-magic character. I mean, he's able to make an endless 9 shield. If you don't know what that is, I actually saw it in the manga, but basically, not even the Siesta sisters, with their powerful bow, can strike him. That's how powerful his anti-magic is. And the fact that she shares half of his genes, considering they're half-brother and sisters, it really does say how much magic she got from him, and how much magic she has, and how much anti-magic she has. The only way, honestly, the only way I can see her actually having any magic is if Kiri actually had magical abilities in her family. And that's what kind of mixed together to give her a little bit of a chance. Now, that doesn't explain how Maria was able to become a witch. I just think you can become a witch if someone declares you're a witch. Hell, I honestly believe Bottler can become a wizard, or whatever the male equivalent of a witch is, if Beatrice says, "In my name, I declare you a witch," and then he's a witch. That's just it. Fuck me. So people were saying that if I would have recorded just a little bit further, I would have seen some shit. And I don't blame them. I honestly think that once we get to Rokunjima, we'll go back to the Rokunjima of the past, and we'll actually get to the damn chapter. I'm not harping on Angie. Her story is essential for the construct of this chapter. The only thing I'm harping on is how long it is. Holy shit. We're starting to reach chapter 8 levels of prologue from Higurashi. If you remember that little adventure with Takano. Oh my gosh. I am interested to see how things play out. For now, I don't know if Angie's my ally. Honestly, it's a 50-50 for me. Either she is going to ignore Lam Delta and help her big brother in order to bring back a future for an Angie that's not her, so that she can die peacefully, or she's going to side with Lam Delta so that she can forever stay with her brother, her alone, for all eternity, and so that she won't die. It's honestly, it could go either ways. And considering she has magic, that doesn't really help Bottler's case. Her existence alone is something that Bottler can't explain. She's his 6-year-old sister, 18 years in the future, who's come into this world because of Birkenstell, and is able to use magic. That alone is completely bullshit for, like, he can't even comprehend that, and even if he could, he wouldn't be able to accept it. That's why she goes under the name Gretel. Bottom line is that I don't trust Angie, not because she's a witch. I mean, that is a reason, but it's not the reason. I don't trust Angie now because of Lam Delta. Before, no, it was because she was a witch, and I was still on the high of Umineko When They Cry Chapter 3. And when I trusted a witch, and the witch fucked me over, because of course she did. We have value. Don't be harping on humans just because you live forever. Or not. Like, that's something that freaked me out is that whenever they're not being used, they are just dead. Like, they don't exist. They exist in the ether. In the darkness. Like, that is horrifying. I don't want to get too personal, but... Can any of you guys remember before you were born? I remember nothing but darkness. And it makes me afraid for what death is. And it seems to me that these girls are the same. Once their service is used, oh, time for the endless abyss of death. Like, holy shit, that's morbid and horrifying. I don't know. Like, I just know that we're going to Rokonjima. I'm gonna keep an open mind about Angie. But until I actually, like, for sure legit know her fucking place in all this and whose side she's on without a reasonable doubt. And when I say reasonable doubts, remember I trusted Beatrice. Until that point, I am going to have a little bit of doubt on Angie. I still root for her because of her backstory and because she's Bottler's sister, and I want her to succeed, just like I want Bottler to succeed. But to what ends of a mean does that entail? Like, is she going to be able to succeed as a human, or is she going to have to become a witch? And that's what I'm afraid of, is her becoming a witch. Because if she becomes a witch, then by definition of me being on Bottler's side, she is against me. Because I'm trying to root for Bottler. I'm trying to explain things for Bottler. I'm playing devil's advocate, mind you, but at the same time, I'm also trying to have Bottler win. I'm trying my damnedest to give him a chance. And because I've sided with Bottler, I can't really accept a witch as an ally, especially after Chapter 3. So, if Angie becomes a full-fledged witch, puts on the outfit, the whole 9 yards, becomes the witch, the last Beatrice, I'm sorry, even if her intentions are good, by definition, because of the alignment that I've given myself, she is an enemy. So is Maria, actually, by this point. It sucks. I know it sucks. I like Maria. I like Angie. I somehow like Beatrice. I don't care for Virgilia anymore, and I don't trust Birkenstell, and I definitely don't trust Lamb Delta. But, like, because I align myself with Bottler, all those witches? Yeah, no, they're my enemy. That's just how it is. It's all useless. The question is, the more I read this, the more it looks like this doesn't have a happy ending. I'm not saying this chapter in particular. Of course this chapter in particular probably won't have a happy ending. There's fucking 4 more chapters after that. What I'm saying is, unlike Higurashi, I don't think this one will have a happy ending. Speaking of that, I made a discovery. Remember how I said that in the context of Umineko When They Cry, it explains that Shrine Maidens practice Eastern magic? Well, remember how the bullet that Takano fired didn't hit Hanyu? In the visual novel, Rika actually picked up the bullet in midair. I never thought about it until this point. Rika performed magic. Like, Umineko When They Cry magic, in order to save her friend. I never realized that until now. It makes Rika a little bit more good, but then I remember the end of Chapter 10, and... yeah, actually, I don't know if I want to talk about that here or save it for the theory video, but it's a revelation that ripples throughout both Umineko and Higurashi. You think of Rika as the protagonist, and yeah, in a sense, she is the protagonist, but remember, protagonist doesn't necessarily mean the good guy. As there are protagonists that are heroes, there are also protagonists that are villains. And I'm not saying Rika is a villain. I'm not saying that she intentionally did something evil. No, I say Birkenstow does intentionally evil things. Don't get me wrong on that. I think Rika accidentally destroyed Hinamizawa. Yeah, I'm actually stating that right now. That's actually the big twist in the theory. Birkenstow or Rika, depending on which one you look at, actually destroyed Hinamizawa. And I will explain how in my theory video. But it happened. I actually did not mean to tell you guys that, but I just blurted it out right there, and I'm like, well, time to just roll with it. Whether magic exists or not, that's not up for other people to decide. It's up for you yourself. Whether magic exists to Maria is a problem for Maria, not for her. That actually describes my situation. Honestly, the way that 07 writes, you have to pick a side. If you pick magic, then you can easily explain everything. If you pick human, then you have to constantly fight. But, honestly, if you want to know the worst position in this entire fucking series to be in, is my position. The devil's advocate. The one that looks at both sides of the argument. The one that says, oh, it could be human if it's this, but it could also be magic if it's this. And believes in both of them. Playing Schrodinger's cat. It sucks. I could just easily say, oh, magic doesn't exist. See, I explained it through this. And it would be an interesting Let's Play. Or I could just easily be like, I don't know what the fuck Bottler's on. She just used magic to get through. That's how it is. But no. I have to be the bitch in the middle and say, maybe. And that's the hardest thing to do. Holy shit, this boat ride is taking forever. I mean, I know boat rides fucking take forever, but damn. At that time, we must have gotten into a huge fight. That was the end of St. Lucina. This is a very touching moment. She realizes that she pushed Maria too hard. I don't know. It's a very... I kind of just talked over this whole moment, but this is a very important moment that you guys really do need to pay attention to. It's Angie coming to terms that magic can't exist. And just because you don't believe in magic, or just because you think that magic doesn't exist, doesn't mean that other people don't. It's actually a fantastic analogy for religion in this world. Yeah, there are some people who are atheists, but that doesn't mean that everyone is. There are some people who are religious, but that doesn't mean that everyone is. You gotta pick your own battles, and you gotta believe through your eyes. You don't need to worry about what other people believe, because they're not you. And honestly, that's a message that needs to be spread a lot. How can... I'm iffy on whether she can actually help Bottler, because by definition, she's a witch. She has agreed to an alliance that says she would recognize other people as witches, first and foremost. she's in the same alliance as Beatrice, which means outright, right then and there, she can't deny Beatrice as a witch. She just can't. She would be out of the marriage sorcery. Well, we're gonna continue things next time. So until then, guys, see you then.